Magic in ancient Egypt was not a parlor trick or illusion. It was the harnessing of the powers of natural laws, conceived of as supernatural entities, in order to achieve a certain goal. To the Egyptians, a world without magic was inconceivable. It was through magic that the world had been created. Magic sustained the world daily. Magic healed when one was sick, gave when one had nothing, and assured one of eternal life after death. Heka was the god of magic and the practice of the art itself. A magician priest or priest-physician would invoke Heka in the practice of Heka. The god was known as early as the pre-dynastic period, circa 6000 c. 3150 BCE, developed during the early dynastic period, circa 3150 c. 2613 BCE, and appears in the pyramid texts of the Old Kingdom, circa 2613 to 2181 BCE, and the coffin texts of the First Intermediate Period, 2181 to 2040 BCE. Heka never had a temple, cult following, or formal worship for the simple reason that he was so all-pervasive he permeated every area of Egyptian life. Heka was the power which made balance, harmony, and every other concept or aspect of life possible. In the coffin texts, Heka claims this primordial power stating, "To me belonged the universe before you gods came into being. You have come afterwards because I am Heka," spell 261. After creation, Heka sustained the world as the power which gave the gods their abilities. He was viewed as a god of inestimable power. This power was evident in one's daily life. The world operated as it did because of the gods, and the gods were able to perform their duties because of Heka. The priests of the temple cults understood this, but their function was to honor and care for their particular deity and ensure reciprocity between that god and the people. The priests or priestesses, therefore, would not invoke Heka directly because he was already present in the power of the deity they served. Magic and religious practice took the form of a stab. In their role as defenders of the faith, they were also expected to be able to display the power of their God against those of any other nation. A famous example of this is given in the biblical book of Exodus, 7:10-12, when Moses and Aaron confront the Egyptian wise men and sorcerers in Qat, listing what was already known about the gods and how the world worked. The priest was the intermediary between the gods and the people, but, in daily life, individuals could commune with the gods through their own private practices. Charms and spells were used to increase fertility, for luck in business, for improved health, and also to curse an enemy. One's name was considered one's identity, but Egyptians believed that everyone also had a secret name, the Ren, which only the individual and the gods knew. To discover one's secret name was to gain power over them. Even if one could not discover another person's Ren, they could still exercise control by slandering the person's name or even erasing that person's name from history. Just as magic was involved in one's birth and life, so was it present at one's departure to the next world. Mummification was practiced in order to preserve the body so that it could be recognized by the soul in the afterlife. The last act of the priests at a funeral was the opening of the mouth ceremony, during which they would touch the mummified corpse with different objects at various places on the body in order to restore the use of ears, eyes, mouth, and nose. Through this magical ritual, the departed would be able to see and hear, smell and taste, and speak in the afterlife. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe.